Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome in to The Dive, now streaming on 5 separate platforms all at once. So welcome into everyone, wherever you're coming from. We are, well, always we're on YouTube, of course. Recently started streaming to X, but now Twitch, Instagram Live, Kick. We got it all wherever you want it, wherever you need it. We got it now. And of course, all our recorded stuff. Our shows go onto Spotify as well. So please do check us out on all platforms. It's all gonna be at the dive, some form of it. I'm gonna get a new splash screen and everything, so it's nice and easy. All the socials are there. I'll update the links down below. But regardless, please do like and subscribe, upvote, whatever platform you're on. Hit the buttons. Let's get into it. And I do have to apologize a little bit. My puppy, he slowed me down a little bit. He wanted to stay outside a little bit longer, so we have a couple minute delay here today. Not too bad. Regardless, here it is: Real Madrid versus Juve. Yeah, I think most of us know how this one's gonna go. Real Madrid at home, probably the best team. If not, I mean, who's their competition? Maybe a Man City at their best, a Paris Saint-Germain. It's probably Real Madrid. Juve floundering at the moment. Yeah, we will see. There may be surprises. There has been surprises. Let's look at the table. There were some matches yesterday. I just want the normal. It's the Champions League. Let's just put in Champions League. Look at some of those scores from yesterday. Oh, come on, Google. You're failing me. Failing me here. Logo, that's why. All right. Arsenal over Atleti 4-0. Yeah, Atleti typically does a bit better than that. Where was Napoli? Yeah, losing 6-2. That was a big one. PSG over Leverkusen 7-2. That's just showing the strength of PSG at the moment. Newcastle over Benfica. Benfica usually puts up a good fight. Yeah, I mean, some interesting scores. 6-1 Barcelona over Olympiacos. No surprise, really. But some upsets in there, so you really never know. Today might be one of them. That's what us Juve fans are going to be hoping for. And if you're a Real Madrid fan, welcome in. Real. Jeff, I haven't seen you yet. You have your reservations about Real Madrid. Let's just say that. All right, let's get back into the lineups. So there's a couple things we do need to talk about. Oh, great! I'm on Kick, and the very first thing I get from Kick is trash. It's just trash. So cool. Thank you. Sal saying, I commend the bravery of trying to call this mess. Yeah, well, I took the day off for this. And I'm still just flying in here. I had quite a bit to get done today. I slept in too. Let's blame it on that. You gotta do that once in a while. Sleeping in, it was 7:45. That is actually pretty late for me. But regardless, let's look at the game. Let's just restart all this. As I stumble through. Here we go. So, I mean, interesting. The head-to-head top scorers, Vlahovic having 2 goals with an 8.89. It's still too early to tell. Mbappe 9.53. Just everything is so much better. XG of 4.3. Oh my lord. But let's look at the lineup. So Courtois in net. 4-1-2-3 is what they're doing. Madrid. Carreras, Militao, Asensio, and Valverde, the back line. So yeah, probably their weak points, the back line. They can be punished. You have to put shots on the net, so we'll see if that happens from Juve tonight. But if they do want to attack and come forward, there will be a bit of space to do so. But holding down the midfield is a Chouameni. And then you have 2 attacking midfielders of Bellingham and Güler. Very attacking this. with Vinicius Jr. on the left, Mbappe striking, and Diaz on the right. Like, that's pretty potent. Not gonna lie, that is fairly potent. The one big thing, how much is Bellingham and Guler gonna do defensively to support that midfield? Like, it's a very obvious passing triangle. It's nothing but triangles here, right? So they're gonna pass their way through everything because let's look at Juve now. Let's see what we're gonna do. We are doing not the 3-5-2, which was reported, but back to the classic 3-4-2-1. Di Gregorio in net, Lloyd Kelly, Federico Gatti, and Daniele Rugani. Oh, please don't tell me he's on the right. You need to swap Rugani and Gatti. That doesn't work. Gatti can't be the central of the defense, anchoring that in. You need, man, already. Okay. Midfield, Cambiaso left wing back, McKennie Thuram as the pivots. Locatelli getting benched because apparently he said bad things to Tudor. Really on the right. McKennie is not at this level. He's not at this level. He's a great soldier, great all-rounder, very versatile. We'll see. He's just gonna have to run his ass off and get in the face of Cooler or too many whoever he's going up against. Just needs to get in their face. Let's be positive. Let's hope Captain Neil surprises everyone as once Captain Del Piero did at Bernabéu. Yeah, different. We can hope. We can hope. Different times. Yildiz, of course, coming out multiple times, actually. He came out again recently saying that he doesn't really like the comparisons to Del Piero because they are just different. And he makes a good point. Del Piero, we remember him for what he did at the end of the career a lot of the time. And that's recency bias, honestly, because I mean, we will remember his last couple years more so than just the first couple, right? Whereas Yildiz is in his first couple, I guess third year now. He's at the beginning of it, and that's what he's saying. He's at the beginning of his career. He wants to write his own path. He doesn't want to walk in the footsteps of somebody else, even though he loves them, like he idolizes them, whatever. But he does want to write his own path forward, which I respect from that. So speaking of, since we are in the middle of the lineup here, Yildiz, Coop Miners, attacking midfielder. Again, what the hell is Coop doing up there? And then Vlahovic. It's hard to be positive. Here's the thing. This lineup is bad. And there is a lot of noise about Tudor this past week, especially after that loss to Como. Understandably so. I'm not going to go too deep into it now. This is the pregame. The match does start in a moment's time. We can't really focus on that. But my lord, there better be a miracle happen with this lineup. Because on paper, this isn't great. Locatelli 100% should be there instead of McKennie. And give me a Chico, give me a Zagrova, give me an Openda, a David, somebody other than Boot Miners in that other attacking role. Yeah, there was a reported 3-5-2, but I mean, let's refresh it unless like they update these. It's not 100% accurate. We will see. I wasn't watching the television, honestly, just now to verify. I do typically like to verify what shows up on DAZN there because you would like to think that would be the most accurate, but they all share the same information. The information comes from the same spot. So, okay, it's popping up now. We have Real Madrid first. So Real Madrid is actually set up in a 4-2-2-2. Brahim. Okay, so yeah, Brahim and Arda Güler in there, and Mbappe and Bellingham up top. I mean, that's still, you took out Diaz essentially. Put another midfielder, Brahim. So we have a 4-4-2. No, I'm looking. Still at Real Madrid. Sorry about that. Yeah, 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2. And I guess we did miss the Juve one. $5 on a Juve win. Only $5. I mean, the money alone kind of shows your confidence in that. So Slovenian ref, we might have had him before, vintage before. 4-4-1-1. Yeah, we'll see how it lines up. But we have a 3-4-3 up on the zone. So Kelly Rugani Gatti. And Biaso McKenny Thuram Kalulu. So that's the same still. And up top, we have a Yildiz of Vlahovic and a Koop Miners. So basically this it's just a variation of this 3-4-2-1. We'll see when we go live. We'll analyze it. We'll see what happens. And yeah, I mean formation. We know these are in reality they're practice or subject to change. What I'm trying to say. They're not. This is a reference. Okay. So bit of a delayed start as well with the game. Damn live. I'm gonna refresh it just to make sure. Game's already started. That has happened where there's a delay on the stream. But no, we are locked in. Let's get rid of this. A bit of a huddle there from Madrid. We'll get the scoreboard going for everyone as well. We'll sync up. Oh, I got the French stream. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do the French stream. You get for living in Canada, bilingual crap. Okay, we have kickoff. Here we go. All right. And I'm gonna sync up at 30 seconds because I missed the sync. And there we go. We are synced up. It is Juve with the ball currently. And welcome everyone. Please like, subscribe, whatever platform you're watching on. Just hit the buttons to make it good. Hit the algorithm. This is huge, actually. This is actually kind of a big deal. I don't know why I haven't streamed to 5 platforms at once, but I have almost 1,800 people watching right now. So, fuck yeah, everyone. Welcome in. Let me know if you're a bot. Probably a few of those. Chiro, buddy, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit. He's saying Juve game plans confuse Madrid by how badly they play and cause them to malfunction. Oh, man. Yeah, of course, it is Madrid, the Bernabéu. Los Blancos, of course, wearing their whites, and Juve in their blacks today. Once again, third kit is their best kit this year, 2 years running. All right, so let's take a look at how we're perhaps forming up. Locatelli dropping into the defense to make it actually 6 across. Who else is? Hoop Miners is actually dropping a bit deeper. It could be more of a 4-4-1-1. He looks a little lost, mind you, Coop. It's like he doesn't know where to sit because, well, they're just putting too many people defensively right now, which is concerning, perhaps, at least in terms of a neutral perspective of this, because is Juve parking the bus? Like, currently have 5 along the back. Get all the numbers. Rugani, Kelly, Cambiaso, Gatti, Kalulu dropping back on that one. So Kalulu, which makes sense. He's going to be more of a defensive wing back, whereas Cambiaso would be more of the attacking wing back. So maybe depending between Locatelli and Kalulu dropping back in. But that being said, Juve dropping in deep in that defense formation, and Madrid not really probing at all yet. I mean, 3 minutes in. I think they're just going to observe. As Chiro's saying, we're trying to confuse them. Maybe they're just observing right now to see what this scheme is. The Ram actually outpacing Vinny right now with a pass up to Vlahovic, who loses his man, but there's a foul offensively. I think that's Thuram on Vinny? Or no, was that Militao? Militao's on the ground with a back full of grass. Oh, that was on Vlahovic, they called that. That was coincidental. And you typically favor the attacker. I don't know. I wouldn't have given that one. That was 50-50. Militao was by himself. Vlahovic was losing his man. Like, he got cooked. Militao grabbed. And I mean, it shouldn't even be a foul what Militao did. Neither one of them. It was a little grab. Oh, man. I don't want reffing like this today. I want to let him play. It is Madrid with it, though. And still looking like they want to snatch an early goal. This could be their tactic, too. You've seen this where they'll kind of just sit back, get lazy, get the other team to false sense of security, and just launch a precision attack and leave everyone dumbfounded with how quick it happened. As they try over the top here, Gatti's head gets in the way, though. 50-50 balls, and I think there's a bit of a handball there. Goes Madrid's way. So 2-4. Yeah, it's a deep formation. As much as 6 along the back line. 3 in the midfield and Vlahovic up top. So it's McKennie, Coop, Yildiz, and Vlahovic who are outside of the back line. And those are probably your most attacking players. You could probably throw a Cambiasso in there too when he wants to jump up, but it's a bus. It's a big black bus right now, guys. And the commentator is now mentioning that as well. So it's quite obvious. And that's a bit of a state short bus. Yeah, it's kind of an indication of the state of affairs of the club right now for Juve. Because one was big open space right there. Is that Kalulu running onto it now? It's a little slow, of course, but big rebound. Honestly, if he was a little bit quicker to cut in there, that could have been a lot more dangerous. But the angle ran out on him. He tossed it at the goalie, who Courtois couldn't quite grab it at his. Oh no, because that was cut out. Defensive slide in there, bobbled the ball around a little bit, but it didn't fall for Juve. Not enough guys crash in the box. That happened so quick that people couldn't really get back in time to really crash the box effectively. And it's Madrid now in the Juve's box. It's Mbappe trying to look pretty. Back to Vinny, cycling around, trying to find some space there. There isn't any, of course, because the big black bus is in the way, and Cambiasso's taken down. Yeah, my camera's still like going in and out. Still haven't figured out what it was. So I apologize for the camera as well. Blacking out momentarily. Another long ball gets cut out this time, but it's kind of looking like park the bus, win the ball back, and dump it forward to Vlahovic. Now with Madrid's high line, we've seen it already a couple times. They kind of got baited in by Juve already. Now that's always low percentage, especially with Vlahovic and his track record. But he shows up in big games when it matters, so you never know. He could just blast forward and catch Madrid flat-footed, but it's Madrid right now trying to mount an attack. On the volley, blocked. There's just too many guys in the way. I'm not used to Juve. Like, they've played defensively in the past, of course. But this is like full down, batten down the hatches kinda, parking the bus here. Like, the bus is parked, and they got the plywood out and boarded up the windows and put the chain on the door. It's like, this bus ain't moving again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're abandoning in the woods, and you're gonna live there and be a hobbit. But Juve do win the ball back just by the congestion, and there's a bit of space. Here's Kalulu again. Oh, decent look. Tries to swing it in for Yildiz. It's Gatti now, though. It's Juve now holding the ball, trying to find the space. And contrasting here, Madrid, they have a back four, but their fullbacks are pinching up into the midfield. And McKennie from long range gets one on, makes Courtois save it out for a corner. That's a shot outside the box that was looking decent. Maybe with the bounce, it was actually going out, but you never know. Courtois wasn't going to chance it, that's for sure. He was either just going to miss or tuck right inside. So Yield is on the right corner. Doesn't really beat the first man, but the clearance is a little sloppy by Madrid. It's still Juve. Yield is looking for the space, gets it to Thuram. Just can't keep it together. I mean, we make fun of Madrid's defensive line, but they do play a pretty high line, and that is the back four. It's not the most defensive formation. They rely on some skill. So if you're going to go one-on-one with the Madrid defenders, you're going to still have a fairly hard time trying to get through. Oh, what a back heel to McKennie, but it's just a little too far. But it forces a corner. And there's a foul against McKennie. What come? No, you can't give a foul for that. Once again, it was for a tug. Militao was tugging. It wasn't even McKennie that was tugging. Again, he was the attacker. He was running through his man. His arm got held back. And first of all, that shouldn't even be a fucking foul for anybody. And if it was going to be a foul, it was going to be against Madrid. And I know we trash Italian referees, but and if I recall the last time we've had this Slovenian guy, he was shit. And he's proven himself to be shit. And they're somewhat inconsequential calls, but it comes down to mastering the basics. If your referee can't make basic calls like that correctly, how is he gonna? What's he gonna do when it's a tough one? You know. But here's Juve trying to find a bit of space now. Vlahovic, what's he gonna do with it? Hesitates, bounces it out for a corner. Thibaut Croissant. Yeah, unless this ref got bought out by Madrid. Any tinfoil hats out? Tinfoil hats out there for the Madrid's buying out referees. Another corner that doesn't beat the first man. Cambiaso, like they're just leaving a bit of space out on that wing. Gatti, is he gonna try one? He does, and Courtois again has to make a save that he doesn't confidently control. He has to jump back out and collect. This is Gatti now from just outside the top of the circle there. 13 minutes, and Juve have looked better. But this is something that we have to watch out for as well, because Juve have looked good. And then just do nothing with it and end up losing or tying or what have you. I mean, for all in the betting lines, right? Just current form on paper, the fact that it's a home game, like everything would lead to a Madrid win today. What's Thought Mob say? You can usually get some betting lines. Like, get it now. Yeah, 67% in favor of Madrid, 17 tie, 16 Juve. So I mean those are decently heavy favors for Madrid. Yeah, 0-0 attempts and on target for Madrid, 3 attempts, 2 on target for Juve. 15 minutes in, so and that is going to be a corner now for Madrid. Oh, Valverde is actually complaining. I think this is going. Gatti saying, "Yeah, it went off me." Okay, they are giving the corner. Jeez. Here's this Vlahovic you're watching. I wouldn't call him insane. I mean, let him score first, and then maybe give him some applause. But he's been given a lot of space, and he does well when there's a lot of space. So, and that is headed on by Bellingham, or was that Vinny? Too many. Oh my god, they the hair. So many guys have similar hair on this team. Battle of the Turks. Yeah, Arda Güler has been it's I think Yildiz is probably the better player, I would say. Güler obviously has a lot more support around him as well. And a lot more stable of a team. It's just I guess what I'm trying to say is if you put Güler on Juve or Yildiz on Madrid, and obviously give him the time to settle in, all things being equal, that Yildiz probably comes up out on top. Fairly similar profiles, the two of them. Pretty sure they're friends. Yildiz is still very raw to analyze. He's a year younger as well. Like I put that into effect as well. Yeah, like they're still an extra year in the development cycle for Yildiz. Yildiz doesn't really fit on Madrid. Yeah, again, like I'm saying, like all things being equal, like FIFA ratings or something, you know. I think you give Yildiz like an extra couple points. But I mean, look, big picture again. Yildiz is now definitely our best attacker, I would say, overall. But then you look at Bellingham and Mbappe, and it just blows everything out of the water, right? So Vinny, Diaz. I mean Madrid. The list goes on. Look, they're Who else they have down here on the bench that I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, Mastantuono. I mean, he's still quite young. Same with Endrick. Rodrigo. Yeah, they got a couple of Endrick and Mastantuono, man, some youngins. And just generally speaking, like Bellingham, Rodrigo, how old is he now? 24. Yeah, that's still pretty young. Vinny's still, what is he, 25? It's a young, very skilled team. It's actually quite insane the amount of young talent this Madrid has right now. Remember, we were linked to Güler when he was 17. I would assume, though, I don't know, Yildiz. He already had the Yildiz. Or did we at that time? Obviously, we chose Yildiz at that point, right? But we were also linked to Holland for, I guess, roughly that time frame. I mean, teams, agents, they talk, right? You see, especially during international breaks, off seasons. Oh, we talked to this player, we talked to that player, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys talked. That doesn't mean anything. We're not buying them. But as soon as somebody talks, then it has to hit the news cycle. I got to tweet that one out. Bellingham was just about to sign with us. We've been linked to his little brother, Job. You know, like it's just, oh yeah. I mean, we're Juve, we're top 10, maybe 11. I think we're still 10 in the rankings overall. I mean, we're still a big club, even though they're floundering at the moment. But yeah, a top 10 club is going to look at all of these prospects. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah. Well, shit. Okay. I don't know what to do on the fly. Still got my audio at the very least. You don't need to see me. Got the scoreboard. Try to get it going, but for now, no camera. Okay, you're paying attention to the game. But a little more Madrid. The game's kind of settling down. I think they've smartened up to the tactics of Juve now. They kind of had their chances. Close that door down. But there's a big lull to everything right now, you know? Yeah, it's not even reading my camera at all right now, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to look at a cute photo of my puppy. Just got to play Turk and Deshaun on loop. Do I still have that? I might have got rid of it. No. Oh, hey, yeah. Here we go. Here you go, guys. just leave that on for the next couple of hours. Nah, don't think so. Corner though to defend here for Juve. Güler taking it. Bended off the line for Juve. But kind of hard to jump on a ball when you're sitting 50 feet back, parking that bus, you know? Ooh, goal kick now. Overcooked by Madrid. Yeah, I think I might have to do a full All right, guys, how much do you care? Mm. I bought new cables too, but I don't like the cables I bought, so who knows? Maybe it's still shit. Mm. The cable itself is working. It's the connection to the computer. So maybe buy more cables. The Juve though, with the ball kind of bouncing around their back line now. Let's see if they can find a hole. And Bios brings it up to Vlahovic, just gets pushed off the ball easily. Yeah, it always amazes me with how big and jacked Vlahovic is, how easily he is pushed off the ball like that. Oh, what a nice little run and ooh, Brahim tries to sneak a wide angle shot. Di Gregorio's there, and it's another corner for Madrid. And who will take this one? Bueller again, actually. Okay, here we go. Bit of a delay. Is it Brahim taking it? It is. Oh, geez, huge deflection there. That was a bit of a layoff. Many gets some heat behind that ball. The ball comes in, just bounces, and goes off Kalulu. So it's another corner. Bueller will go to the other corner and take this one short. Vinny working the edge, cutting in, taking a low, kind of soft shot. That's bounced out. Madrid recollects, but there's just such a black wall set up right now by Juve. They're gonna have to get very creative or get something on a transition and just sneak it by. Bellingham pushed over for Militao. Man, they all have the same hair, man. uh, or was it Bellingham? It's confusing me. I hate this. Remember when we had Quadrado and then McKennie had the same hair, and I would just constantly mess that up. So you got Militao, Chouameni, Bellingham, all with pretty similar hair. Another corner coming up for Madrid. Madrid look kind of tired even today. Sure, a midweek game, but it's the Champions League. Is there an excuse here? Are they just grossly underestimating Juve and just taking it easy tonight? Classic case of having expectations going into the game. Like, I had expectations in that Madrid would be threading needles through us, right? Like, just tiki-taka, passing right through our midfield, taking on beautiful shots. They have started to get more of the ball, getting a few corners, couple chances, but other than that one that was deflected by Kalulu, nothing really made my heart stop, and it's Kalulu now, and his speed just ruining him, and it's stolen off of him quite funnily. There's a Madrid player on the ground. Is it Carreras, perhaps, the left back, that tried to stop off Kalulu, and hopefully we cut back to see what happened. So here it is, Kalulu trying to pass the ball. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. So Carreras comes in from behind Kalulu, slides in to take the ball away as Kalulu is trying to pass it off, and his foot swings up into the sliding face of Carreras. But he didn't make a meal of it, I'll say that much. And he's only 22. Jeez. He looks older. That hair, though. I don't know. Oh, and it's Vlahovic gets fed it a bit wide, though, to make something of it. Guler doing Guter? He's doing Guter. Yeah, to track back there, take the ball off Vlahovic. And how common of a name is Asensio in Spain? Their center back Raul Asensio, another 22-year-old. I think more famously Marco Asensio, big ol' flop that he was. There's a few. Definitely a few Asensios. Wonder if it's one of those names that comes out of a specific region. No, you can Google this. I'm gonna Google it. Why not? Spelling that right? Asensio. Christian personal name refers to the ascension of Jesus. Ascension, yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Okay, it's just says it's just Spanish. Religion, religious, sure. Cool. Alright. Back to the game. It is Juve. Coop and Cambiasso. What a lazy pass, Coop. Yeah, now that Madrid has figured out Juve's game plan, they've locked that down. There's no real out and out chances after the first 15 minutes or so. 31 in. Duram with another lazy pass there. So I don't know. They're dropping off a bit. Deshaun's passing is good. We don't necessarily pay him to pass, though, do we? I mean, I'll take it. Yeah. He's got some nice back heels and layoffs and whatnot. He does all right. I wouldn't say he's like a long passer. I wouldn't put him in the midfield by any means. But he does well to lay off a ball so he can continue a run and receive it again in 1-2. The Gregorio pushing the team forward. Gonna go long. He's yelling at him. He's like, come on, guys, move. It's Rugani this time. He's like, no, deeper. I mean, these long balls usually end up as they do anyways. Madrid wins it and dumps it back forward, so. That ball gets up into Coop's hands, and I'll go back Madrid's way. Elis being close to Dusan, that's when he's at his best. Yeah, because I think we are getting somewhat of a 4-4-1-1. It's like a 3 2-1-1. Or sorry, 6. 6-2-1-1. Oh! Brahim Diaz again taking a look. Ball curled in to the far post from Arda Güler, and he can't get the contact to put it on net. Oh, man. That was nice for Güler, actually, because Kalulu comes in sliding, and he just cuts back the other direction, gets it on his other foot. Ooh, that might have went off Cambiasso. It is a goal kick. Oh, and a bad goal kick, almost given away, but pressure's on now. Kalulu's got to chase on, and that ball was never going to make it. Tries a long ball down the touchline and intercepted and turned around quickly by Madrid. He's immediately back on the attack now. Hurled in, and that was headed off into the bleachers. Cambiasso that was there. Was Cambiasso having a bit of a better night? More defending to go here. Oh, Kosovo football will give away his Agrova shirt tonight. If he scores against Madrid, he has to feature. Cool Kosovo football. I'm gonna give away a jersey if a guy that isn't even playing scored. I mean, he can come off the bench, but he's coming off injury. How many minutes is he gonna get? Kind of an FU. And it's Schooler taking this one again. One more coming in. And headed over the net this time, and it's goal kick. Perhaps my Amazon delivery has arrived. The dogs are going a little barky right now. Tutor's yielded some instructions here. Quite animated as well. All right, finally, Di Gregorio's going to run onto this one and kick it down range, long ball once more. Yeah, they're just playing this 50-50 game. It's very negative football. Once again, after those first 15 where the door was open a little bit, we haven't seen much since that door has closed, but a bit of a bobble. Not enough of a mistake there. Wow. Comes into save. Madrid turning it around quickly again. Raheem switches up to the left. That gives Juve, I don't know why, because it gave Juve time to park that bus again. Working right on the edge, and an easy ball in by Güler, collected by Di Gregorio. He gets it through the wall. I mean, that's hard enough as it is tonight to get it through the Juve wall. So I'll give him credit for that. Decent pass to Thuram. And how is that not a foul now on Vlahovic? That was a lot of holding. It's clear this ref has favored, at least when it comes to the tugging, has definitely favored Madrid. When in reality, he should have not called anything. Just like, if anything, that one, like Vlahovic was stopped up on that play. The refereeing in this sport, I tells you. Oh, are they going to give a call, or is Brahim going to just cry about it and hold his head and maybe get a call? Yeah, that's a Brahim thing to do. Cry about it. Yeah, there's the whistle. that very, very much a lack of character, and I can't respect that at all from Raheem. Oh, that was so soft. And so soft. Yeah, not to mention that he threw himself onto the ground. So if anything, it's because you were trying to draw a penalty instead of actually playing like a man, which you're clearly not. You never were. Raheem Diaz, you piece of shit. Get the fuck up and let's play football. Yeah, yeah, rub your eyes some more. Cry about it. This is exactly what we need. This is why everyone I talk to in North America says this sport is shit. Is because of people like Raheem Diaz. Fuck me. Yeah, all he did was comb Raheem's hair. Yeah, man, it was soft as fuck. Oh yeah, and even the commentators now, as we speak, they're making fun of him too. Like if the commentators are making fun of you live. Oh, huge save. It's Cambiasso trying to get control of this ball now. Is there an outlet? Cambiasso taken down, but we're not going to get a call there either. I mean, Cambiasso trying to get some space. He's getting tugged. Why aren't we calling any of those tugs? Especially because they're offensive at this point. I thought, oh, there we go. We finally make a call for a tug. Was that any more obvious? Arda Güler this time. But relentless by Madrid. Pressing up into that corner, and Juve can't find a way out. And that was Mbappe with the chance after Brahim. Brahim kind of bobbles it forward just enough into the feet of Mbappe. It's a nice parry by Di Gregorio, but that had set up the intense pressure by Madrid down low. Oh, come on. Be sure to the feet, guys. They give that ball back up to Madrid. And that was a misread. Kicked out. Yeah, I thought that went off Madrid. I've clearly missed what happened there as they play it back in. Still Madrid's ball. 41 minutes. It looks like Juve now are just going to try to get out of this half as they get pressed down low. And which I love these new platforms that I'm streaming to that have like 0 or maybe 2 people watching right now. I literally set it up this afternoon. And the only interactions I get from both Kick and Twitch is just spam bullshit. So, and you wonder why nobody wants to use your shitty ass platform. All right, so here we go. It's still Madrid. They might try to kill a bit of clock off as well here and just control the match. 3 minutes left of this half. Don't imagine a whole lot added on though. Guler's looking for options. Mbappe's trying to lose his man. He finally loses Cambiasso. Gets the pass back, and that shot sails over the bar. And Militao is yelling in frustration. But that was probably, overall, I would say their best chance. Not their closest chance, but probably their cleanest chance so far. Cambiasso taking Mbappe one-on-one, almost containing him, but just can't stay up on his feet as Mbappe does the magic. Militao, that wasn't off by much. Probably more so why he's frustrated with how close it was. He takes it one time, does pretty well. Not well enough. Still locked in at 0. Okay, now at this point here, when the commentator's like, "Will it be another draw for Juventus?" I think anybody in the Juve world right now playing away Madrid would take the point. I think any realistic Juve fan, I think, would take the point. Now, of course, we all cheer for the win. We always want the win. I'm not trying to discount that or be a defeatist or anything. Final minute of this one. Madrid is oh no, as they come into attack, I'm speaking too soon. Just not a great shot, side of the net. Vinny just boxed out from taking a solid shot at her. Another goal kick. Di Gregorio, I imagine, is going to try to boot this one long again and just get it forward for the final minute. I'm going to guess it's only a minute of extra time. 30 seconds of which was Raheem Diaz crying like a little bitch. And there was a foul there on Kalulu this time against, I believe, yes, Bellingham. Well, you start this one, and it is a minute added on. I never get that right, but today I think it was an obvious one. Madrid deep down into the corner now. Trying to draw some of the Juve defenders out of the box to make some space. Ellie boots it down and can't be controlled, out for a throw. 20 seconds left. Madrid still with control. Kept outside the box still. Quite deep, actually. They're about halfway between. Oh, they're quarter of the pitch away. And that is the half. And Guler's complaining, like, what are you complaining about? Time is time, man. The ball was in the midfield. You're not going to get another chance. That's how it's supposed to go. So credit to the ref in that regard. Just because the momentum was going Madrid's way doesn't mean you're allowed to just continue to play indefinitely. So we go into the half, locked at zeros. That's an interesting one. That I will get up the mob. We'll look at some of the numbers. See what we get here for the halftime. So, quite a bit of green here for Madrid. Coretta 7-3, Militao 7, Asensio 7-1, Valverde 7-4. I guess they're doing a lot of passing, I suppose. They were sloppy at the beginning, but locked her down. I think those are a little high. Too many 6-5, Bellingham 6-6, Diaz 6-3. They're not doing well, but Mbappe with 7-4, Guler 7-9, and he's 6-3. So a bit of a mixed bag. Half and half for Madrid tonight. Over on Juve, it's Di Gregorio with a 7 and everyone with 6s. Which is pretty normal for a Juve performance, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, 10 toes, first 10 minutes, first 15 really. Yeah, you know what? We'll look at this, the momentum part. So Juve's red? That Howard? Yeah, Juve. Yeah, I'm just making sure because this is bad. Yeah, Juve's on the right. Okay, no, this is rare. Okay, so Juve, I guess they get momentum for the first 3 minutes. Yeah, they had the ball. Then minutes 4 to 11, it was Madrid. Then till about the 15th minute, We had a chance. So this is where we had those two loose balls, essentially. These two red blips. And then, and like this isn't a little bit of Madrid. Like here's a little bit of Madrid. This is probably when Brahim Diaz is on the ground crying. So there's no momentum whatsoever. But otherwise, it has been all Madrid. That was worse than I had thought. Okay. Look at the stats. 70% of the possession for Madrid, of course. XG of 0.83 to 0.08. Total shots, 14-3. Shots on target, 4-1. Yeah, they got to convert better on target. Big chances, 1-0. Big chances missed, 1-0. Passing, 346, 92%. That's a Madrid team. Juve, 129, 83. That's a two-door team. Fouls committed, 5-8. Corners, 9-2. Yeah, it's very heavy in Madrid's favor. I didn't think it was that bad just watching. And that's probably because when Madrid had the ball, they weren't being super positive with the ball. Conserving a lot of energy as well, it seems. Not the best version of Madrid, regardless of what we're getting the first half. Maybe they'll pick it up the second. But regardless, the fact that it didn't happen in the first 15 minutes means that it's likely not to happen, unless there's a huge switch up going in the second half. That being said, if Juve were to score in those first 15 minutes, we would have had a different looking Madrid as well. Would have been an onslaught. Imagine if Spanish third division side would look like this versus Real. Embarrassing display so far. Real are there to beat today. I think they're playing down to our level. All right, before we start glazing Openda, he has not performed at all for this team. That's not to say I don't want to see him. I don't know what's happening on the training pitch, what's going on, why he's not getting any minutes. I want to see him get minutes. But I'm not going to come out and say he's our weapon. He hasn't proven that to be true. We haven't seen shit. And yeah, I mean, he's a good player. What he has done in the past has been very good, but that is in the past now. And we've seen this with Juve teams that, especially in the attack, they just don't show up. Yeah, Anthony, we talked about this in the pregame a bit, not playing Loca and starting Poop. So the news out there is that Locatelli and Tudor had a disagreement, both before the Como match and after the Como. So I guess out of punishment. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know what was said. And I know Locatelli can be very divisive. In fact, I don't know why, but I got tagged and hauled into an X argument today about him. But he's a fairly important piece to our lineup. Yeah, we have nothing on the right. Take off someone and put on Chico Pendazagrova. I know. One of them, you can even put David. I know David's not like an attacking midfielder, but he can be like do a shadow striker role. Or I mean, he can do it better than Coop Miners. I mean, McKennie can do it better than Coop Miners. You can probably put McKennie up there and put Loca back in the midfield where he belongs. Anthony's saying, I'm a fan of Tudor, but this guy has completely failed us. He doesn't put anyone in this team in a position to shine, and we clearly have no idea what to do anywhere on the field. That is accurate. Yeah, like I don't hate Tudor. So let's look back to Mota this time last year, right? We had Mota. I just never actually really liked Mota at all. And I don't know why I don't know why we pushed for him. Now here's the thing with Tudor. He's never really accomplished anything. The fact that he's playing in the top league and he's played a few league, whatever. He's experienced. He's not the worst thing in the world. But this is above his level. He is a caretaker coach for a team like this. And he was supposed to come in, finish the last 10 games, maybe extend him for the year. He did all right. He did okay. Kept the status quo, got us top 4. And then they give him a 2-year contract. And here we are, October, talking about getting rid of him. That's an issue. I do not want our club to be in this position, right? But it is, once again. We didn't even get a full year. We got 16 league matches, a couple Champions Leagues, what, 18, maybe 18 matches? Yeah, we had the Club World Cup in there. Regardless, it is too early. Jonathan trips over thin air David. Dude, I told everyone. He just had a really good year last year. I hoped he turned the page. Jonathan David is a cheaper black. I'm Canadian, obviously. You know, he's my homeboy. I cheer for him. But once again, we have to be realistic with what he is. Just like we have to be realistic with what Tudor is. Like, should David be the starting striker for this team? He's probably a good second. I mean, there's the whole Vlahovic situation, is what it is. Jeff, the anti-Madrid, he finally makes it in. I'm surprised it's night and day from the Como game. Still, we need a different coach. Is it night and day? Dude, look at the numbers. The numbers are right up there for you to see. It's not night and day. It's just we haven't conceded is the difference. Anthony coming back saying I feel like he hasn't risen to the occasion and he has instead shriveled in the spotlight. Tudor's teams should be much more organized than this disaster we are witnessing. Depressing and hopeless. There's definitely a bit of depression, a sense of being let down. I get that, man. I feel that. I mean, this isn't what I necessarily wanted to be talking about, but it is. Yeah, let's check the other scores. All right. Well, it can always be worse. Chelsea beating Ajax 4-1. Everything's at halftime, by the way. Marseille over Sporting 1-0. Monaco and Tottenham locked up 0-0 as well. Same with Atalanta and Slavia Praha. And Liverpool over Frankfurt 3-1. And Bayern over Club Bruges 3-0. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. All right. So I was hoping that German Dave would come in. He got a bit of a stomach flu or something. He's coming off the road, not feeling great. So we'll see if he does come in. I'm gonna have to take a quick washroom break here. So please do stay. I'll be less than a minute. I'll be right back. Otherwise, I'm gonna be dancing in my seat. You can't see me because my camera's broke, but I'm dancing in my seat. So I'll be back in a minute. All right. I made it back. Hopefully, not too long for everyone there. So, yeah, I think it's time. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping here as I had my own intermission. So, most of you are listening in on X, so thank you very much. The vast majority, we have over 5,400 people right now. That's massive, absolutely huge. So, thank you, everyone listening in from whichever platform. We are on YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, and Kick. And our recordings go up on Spotify. So, links down in the description. But otherwise, guys, please like and subscribe. If you are on X, so the big mover for us is the YouTube. That's where we've kind of established ourselves. So if you don't mind and liking and subscribing over on YouTube or whichever platform you are on, just to push the algorithm, get this out to even more people. Get more people into the family here. But yeah, everything down in the description. Get all your links. I haven't updated the new ones, the Twitch and the X, but I'll get those in. Otherwise, I also want to mention Monday we released a video with Sal. I don't know if Sal's still in here, if he's listening along. He's at work, so is what it is. However, me and Sal did a video. Sal is our financial expert. He knows what the hell is up. He works the stock market, works for a big ass finance company. The proper terms are escaping me, but he knows what's up. He's a shareholder of Juve. We got the financial report draft, the preliminary look at the finances for the year, and we go over it for an hour. That's how much there actually is to break down in just the 28-page report. So, yeah, check that out. So if you are on X or whatever other platform, find us at The Dive Sports on YouTube and check out that material, because there's a lot of misinformation out there, and we like to debunk all that crap and try to tell things as as truthful, as realistic as possible. So anyways, back to the game. Both teams in the tunnel now, coming down the stairs, getting ready to make their way back onto the pitch. How do we feel for the second half? And are there any Madrid people here? Cheering along. Oh, they bumped up that stat too to 71% possession for for Madrid. So, a little bit worse. All right, Jeff saying, yeah, that's basically what I'm implying. Still a better performance than the Como game. This playing style unsustainable. Anthony saying the Como game gave me a feeling of desperation I haven't felt in almost a quarter century of following this club. Really? Maybe because it's so early in the season. I don't know. I feel like I've been here before. New lows reached season after season as of late. Listen, I forgot what it felt like to have that emotional reaction of your team just doing so well and moving on. So I know this isn't everyone's jam, but Major League Baseball, my Toronto Blue Jays beat the Seattle Mariners best of 7. They went all 7 games in the American League Conference Series to win, to go play the LA Dodgers for the World Series. And my Lord, the feeling that surged through me after that final strikeout pushed us through. It was huge, absolutely huge, as we kick off the second half here. Yeah, I have not felt that in such a long time. It's insane. And I want to feel that again with Juve. All right, get a sync up here in a few seconds. I'll bring up the scoreboard. Okay, that's the sync, and now scoreboard is displayed, ready to go. All right. All right. Del Piero's reporting on the sidelines for CBS and looks so sad. Oh yeah. And then people wonder why he's not going to come back to the club. He knows he can't. single-handedly fix things. He knows it goes up the whole up and down the whole system. Hey, Primo. You must be done work after 4. Nice by McKennie over the top now. There's actually some space for a kind of slow-looking Yildiz to run onto. Getting into the box. Thuram's there to support. Oops it in. Ooh, that looked like a decent delivery. It was Vlahovic ready to head that in. But taken away. Oh, mistake. Kalulu, get it. Oh. Listen, our players, unfortunately, are a little slow to go up against Real Madrid here. Militao gets the body down. And even then, it wasn't a solid block. It almost went through the legs. He gets enough of it. Bootminer's taking the corner. Penny is our best midfielder. Headed back on the volley. It sails over by Yildiz. Madrid isn't that good. We are doing fine. I like the game plan. I can't say that I'm super happy with the game plan because it got figured out in 15 minutes and we've had 0 output ever since. Yildiz battling today, though. Of course, he's going to get the foul because any sort of like manly action on this pitch today is going to be punished and allow Brahim Diaz to cry about it a little bit. But yeah, I agree. Madrid, I'd say Madrid isn't that good. Their defense isn't that good. They play a high line, which exposes them. But otherwise, man, like they otherwise have a pretty fucking decent lineup. I mean, we haven't scored on them yet, so they are doing enough defensively to shut it down. Now that's the second half. He wants to guess when Tudor makes his first sub. It's going to be the 82nd minute. Yeah, let's see. Is this? It's Brahim Diaz on the ground. No surprises there. Wins the ball back from Madrid for being a bitch. It's typically like the rules are set that like if you're a bitch and like you fake it, it's supposed to be a foul against you. But typically the people that enforce that rule are bitches themselves. So it never really plays out. Madrid is holding on to it. Oh, Vlahovic is running forward with it. He's got a breakaway. And he doesn't get in the back of the net. It's saved by Thibaut Courtois. Now, once again, not that I think that this is a foul, but the amount of contact. Actually, it was Vlahovic's hand that came out first, so I can't even say that. I'll retract that statement. Just enough by Courtois. Is this really a sport for girly boys, though? Because again, I'll just say, look at the NBA. The NFL has diluted quite a bit. I mean, we're both in agreement that the NHL, for the most part, is still intact. And I came to this revelation this past week watching the MLB playoffs. After watching dudes take 100-mile-per-hour fastballs off the kneecap, limping off, taking a quick walk, and saying, "No, coach, I'm fine. Put me back in. I got to swing." These baseball players, and baseball is like barely an actual sport. I know it's a bit of a stretch. I mean, facetious, but Why is it that the baseball players are tougher athletes? It's a sport where you can be 300 pounds and be considered an athlete, and they're tougher than these motherfuckers. The NBA used to be tough though, Chiro. I mean, people used to bleed. Oh, here's Vinny. Oh, takes a chunk out of that one. Was it Kelly? Yeah. Vinny coming in hot. Quick corner taken as Mbappe just holds on to the ball now. Diaz, and there's a big chunk off Cambiaso. Puts it out for a corner. NBA was slightly less. I mean, yeah, it was never a full contact sport, but they used to allow the contact. I mean, within reason, right? Throw some shoulders in, post up, body against body, going up to the net. It was physical. But now, like any sort of contact. And that cross headed out wide. That could have just with the right direction change on that ball, that could have been very sneaky way to come in. Pistons come to mind. Yeah, Rodman. Well, Rodman's a whole different league of his own. And I mean, it's one of those NBA was one of those sports too. Even like footy was, or yeah, you'd have one or two guys that were like sort of femboys. The flair guy, if you will. But then everyone else around him was pretty tough, and then they would protect that one skill player. Like you still see that a lot in hockey, where you can have like a Connor McDavid, but you're gonna put somebody tough beside him, protect him, and lay out anybody that wants to touch him. And that's how it should be, right? This is why you need a well-balanced team. You can't just don't have all high-skilled players or all blue-collar players or whatever. You gotta balance that out. So even looking at Madrid right now, who is, arguably the best team out there, at least historically for sure. Are they a balanced team at the moment? No, because like Brahim Diaz is their bitch player. When if anybody, it should be like Mbappe, like their high skill player. And like Brahim's good, not that good. He shouldn't be the one flopping. If anybody on this team, the position he plays, he should be the tough motherfucker. As he gives the ball to Mbappe, laid off to Bellingham, trying to find the space, doesn't find it. And again, like, come on, guys, do not call a handball that clearly went off the middle of his chest. Yeah, it's Bellingham slides and takes the ball away from Coop that creates this passage of play. Have you played adult league soccer, Dave? Yeah, I did like an indoor thing in the winter, but I mean, it's Canada. It's just a bunch of working class people that want to play some footy at night. Honestly, it's pretty low level. Lulu gets the ball on a throw in a good spot. Oh, big deflection. Takes the heat off of it, but Courtois reads and collects. I don't even know if there's adult league football where I live because I live out in the boonies. They do have kids, buddy. Pretty low level stuff here though too. Yildiz gets the ball over the top. Oh, puts it across the face. That was never a good angle. I don't know if he was trying to get it out to Vlahovic on the far post or put it on net, but it was somewhere in between. Yeah. Not quite sure which way that was supposed to go, but it's Madrid. 56 minutes, still locked up. Not the scoreline we expected this deep into the game now. Vinny working the corner. Oh, Jesus. Finally goes in. Just as I was saying, Vinny was taking on 3 different defenders and making them all look like children. He takes the shot, hits the far post, bounces right out for Mbappe. He just has to tap it into the open net. So yeah, there it is. Kenny, Gatti, Kalulu. Neither one or all 3 of them could contain Vinny. And I mean, Vinny could have just as well put that in the back of the net himself. And this is why you always shoot, because you don't know what happens. Something like this happens. You get a little unlucky. Oh, there, that's what happens when you crash the net. Where was Vlahovic on the previous play not crashing the net? Yeah, and then no one covering Jude because Vinny took 3 defenders. I mean, that's just classic. When you have a guy like Yildiz that usually takes on 2 defenders, sometimes 3, then that should give space to Vlahovic. What does Vlahovic do? He stands there, fucking watches the ball go in front, and then complains it didn't get to his feet. Sounds like Chiesa, actually. Fucking Fiorentina players. Kelly's been one of the better players as of late, too, which, again, doesn't say much. Oh, my Lord. And what's the response now? We're at 59 minutes. Now, currently down by 1. What do the players do? What does Tudor do? Oh, I know Kelly's cost us many, but everyone, they have all cost us some BS. So Kalulu, quite obviously, as well, with 2 giveaways last season. Bremer's faltered a little bit, right? Like, you got to compare him with the other people in the class. Unfortunately, the whole class is below the bell curve. If Chico checks in, maybe there's a chance, but there's no sub, then it's a loss. Yeah, it was mentioned there earlier. You have no movement on the right side. And who's the attacking midfielder anyways? Is it McKinney? Is it Coop? Is anybody attacking that area? I don't know. So Madrid's just going to continue to control this one, honestly, at this point. See, I would say we are not doing fine tactically, but there is quality there to be unlocked. Like, just the fact that Coop has been on the pitch for an hour tells me that we're not doing fine tactically speaking. Now, maybe the players are carrying out their tactical duties as instructed, but the actual tactics are very lackluster. The Ram now on the ground, taking one to the shin. The yellow card is brandished. Carreras, is also down. Let's see if they bring this one back on the reel. Okay. Ooh, did Pereira just maybe just overextended? There wasn't much contact on a floundering Vlahovic that fell down beside him. I don't know what happened there. And it is Brahim Diaz that picks up the yellow card for the tackle on Thuram. So very good. He should probably already have a yellow card for flopping around like a little bitch. Um, but alas, he is still in the game. Chico is coming on for Thuram. So we do get a change at the roughly 60-minute mark. This is okay. Why it's Thuram? Was he legitimately injured there on that play? Perhaps, I don't know. But the guy that should be coming off Coop is taking this kick. Just drops it right onto Bellingham's head because he represents everything that is faltering with this club. Kalulu chases on, beats the race, and there is no whistle on that. So now the ref is letting them play a little bit more, which I understand from the Madrid perspective. That's frustrating because they were calling those early on, and now he's not going to call them. I am a firm believer that you should have the same consistency of calling throughout the match and not just change thing on however, like, okay, Madrid's up now, so what, you're gonna not give him as many calls? Is that how this works? It's silly. Call it the same throughout. Oh, nice through ball, please. Come on, Vlahovic, and he slows up now. And Yildiz puts it short side and easy for Courtois. Yeah, Brahim is kind of the epitome of that whiny bitch ass Spaniard. I'm not saying all Spaniards are like that, but there is a type, and he is that type. Yildiz should have gone for the top corner. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, eh, he didn't really have an angle one way or another at the end of the day. Spain is particularly bitchy. They can be. Mbappe puts another one on. It's easy, though, as he tries to cut back and get around the defender, but easy for Di Gregorio. Gatti. And he lost his balance a bit too, Mbappe, so I put him off. But Gatti, at least marking a man in this case. McKennie is that Brahim? Please tell me it's Brahim. No, it's Jude this time. Gets nudged over. If that was the Premier League, it would have been cool, and all the drunk bastards would have been cheering. That was shoulder to shoulder, man. Soft. Jude Butler. I don't mind Bellingham. I mean, he went over. If you go over, you go over, but it shouldn't be a call. I'm not saying you're a bitch because he got knocked over. I mean, Kenny is a tough dude, and he put a shoulder in him. Get up, continue playing the game, which I think Jude would have done. But the ref was like, "No, there's too much contact. That was not nice." Okay, it's 65 minutes. Only the one change. They don't even indicate. Does the zone Champions League coverage not indicate the substitutions? Oh, if you're gonna 1-2, make sure the lane's clear. Chico does get called back. Yeah, clips Schooler. he he's explaining what a spinning top is. He thinks, do kids not know what a top is? I know it's super old school type of toy, but like Diaz makes a lot of headway. Uh, it's cleared, sort of, I guess. That was very chaotic, very uncertain. And when I say cleared, I just mean it's out of the box, not actually cleared. Because here's no, he does let it play out. It's gonna be a corner for Madrid. Yet another one. You know, the worst thing about watching your team lose is like being hungry and having to watch them lose until you can eat. I knew that would happen. Before the match, I wasn't hungry. I'm like, for sure gonna get hungry. Here it is. On the volley, deflected wide. Another attempt there. That was actually a pretty nice attempt, not gonna lie. It's just let's see who got I still didn't even say on the replay. It was a Gatti blowing it down even more this time. Yeah, Gatti gets the foot out. Very nice. Very nice. Valverde that time making the attempt. Corner taken short but long to the top of the box, anyways. And that's just dumped out for a goal kick. I was hearing "Send in the Clowns" in my head during that attempted clearance. Oh, man. Ugh. You know, and only losing 1-0, let's see what actually ends up happening here, but say we lose 1-0 to Madrid, this isn't gonna be a hard knock against Tudor, because this is sort of expected. Crossed into the box, straight to Courtois. But Gatti, can he keep it in? He can't. He pinches up on Vinny to steal the ball, which is boots it long and out. 69 minutes. If Juve loses, they will miss the playoffs. It's too early, man. They have a much easier man, you say that. They should definitely rack up a few more points going forward. After 2 games, we're gonna have 1 point. Not great, but I think if it's 9, 9 can typically get you into the playoffs. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, in a sense, it would be nice to finally see this team in the knockout rounds. But, you know, we have to look at the situation and understand that, that's maybe not gonna happen. And it's more games we have to play. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how things develop with Tudor. Does he get sacked? Do we get as a new coach? Still don't have a sporting director. There's still the board meeting to happen in a couple weeks. And Mbappe, what a huge save and a second one. Huge save by Di Gregorio. And that should, ooh, he keeps this up, at least get him a good rating on the day. Because he might just be the best player on Juve right now. Yeah, Tudor's done well here. It's those games where we have to leave our own half where he struggles. We do because we're losing, though. If you're going to come out and say Juve need to win no matter what, and then you're okay with losing Madrid, that makes you a hypocrite and a liar, and you can go fuck yourself. And a giveaway in the box. There's Gatti on the line. The fact that we have to make these theatrical stops and saves right now is a little disconcerting, but it's exciting. They still can't get out. Madrid contain it in the half. 25 attempts on goal for Madrid now. Quarter century club. Let's keep them coming. And there's a whistle. What? You didn't give advantage on that, you dumb fuck? Yeah, so Chico, oh, he made a fucking meal of it. Yeah, it's a foul, but you didn't have to go airborne, fucking Vinny. You make fun of Spaniards. How about some Brazilians? But um, yeah, Mbappe put his foot through it. He had a clear shot on net. It was saved by Di Gregorio there. But you play the advantage. Yeah, Vinicius. Yeah, flopping like Flipper. And I mean, they get a free kick now as well out of it. So they get a second kick out of it, which I don't agree with. I think the ref sucks at his job, but well, whatever. He gets paid more than me to do it. So. And Madrid still with the possession. We need to take Coop Miners off immediately. That would, I mean, we're probably 40 minutes overdue on that one. I'm gonna say we're 73 minutes overdue on that. Is the clock not being going? What the? You guys gotta let me know these things. At 73. I guess I didn't hit the button proper. Boop equals playing with 10 men. Yeah. All right, Madrid's gonna make some changes. Oh, it's changes on both ends. All right, very good, very good. Jesus, and it still didn't start on time. Damn clock. Camavinga in for Guler. Okay, now we actually have to sync. Loka coming on for Coop. Openda coming on for Yildiz. And David coming on for who did I miss? Oh, there he is, Vlahovic. Makes sense. Now, I mean, Yildiz does make a bit of sense. He has played a lot of minutes. And you can tell he was getting tired out. He was the only one. He is our only creative player, let's be honest. So I'm not upset with that. And this game may be lost. Give him a 15-minute break, sure. Openda needs some minutes, anyways. Prove himself. Oh yeah. There's a bit of tugging now. Camavinga just came on. Let's just take around and take a knee because he touched my shirt. It is actually frustrating watching Spanish teams. I'm not gonna lie because they are so bitchy. Like especially when it's a tight game. Nothing but a meal. It's just how floppy they are. They are like a fish out of water when they go down. Remember, was it Villarreal? A couple years ago, anyways. It might have been Sevilla. One of the European nights against the Spanish team, and I was just irate with how pathetic they were. They ended up winning too, which is what was horrible. But just a bad display of being a man is really what it was. When was the last time Juve scored one goal? Oh, we're going back a little bit. A couple weeks. Yeah, going back a couple weeks on that one. Yep, yep. Oh, yeah. It was Amazon that arrived earlier. I have a bunch of notifications. Cool. It's really turning into a boring game to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Madrid's okay just with containing. This is more like just a management game for them. Get the points, but don't do too much. Save yourself for the weekend. It's a long season ahead. Anything could happen yet, though. 13 minutes. Eddie taking his time with the throw-in. Tries to get in the box, but headed out. Save your hole for Jesus. Where did that come from? Jesus. Uh, oh, what was that? Locatelli just booting one forward and low, not going anywhere. Gets back to head it back into play. Openda. Okay. Still with it. Does he win a corner? I think he does. Yep. The shot though he took, like he waited until the guy was on him and then shot. Here's the replay. He's a little slow, which will happen with a lack of game time. Got to get your rhythm back. And I hope he does. I was actually excited for Openda. We know that he does have it in him. I mean, he scored against us last year. And Rek Bremersny, who is now relapsed. So, you know, David scored on us last. We do that. Like, oh, you scored on us, we'll buy you. Oh, release Kalulu. Why is it always Kalulu though? Because he's so slow. Get a corner out of it. Man, the viewers still rolling in. We're over 6,600 now. Never would have thought that streaming to X was the way to go. And straight to Courtois. Oh, Jesus. What's the call on this one? Nothing. Good. I'm just not sure this game. Vinny taken down, which isn't hard to do. And who's that on the ground? Over the top, though, Openda heads it back and offside? Or is he stopping for the injury? I do have to say, 6,600 people listening to me on X. I'm sure like 6,500 of them are probably bots. But honestly, guys, like, follow? Give me a follow? Or all 6,600 of you bots? Are they Elon's bots? No. Oh, it's Chico. Yeah. Who other on Juve's team to make a meal of it? Well, let's this clock tick away here. It's not like we need to get a goal or anything, you know. Chico. I'm actually a little surprised that Chico didn't get called on that one. Again, looking at how things were called earlier in the game, that would have, by the first half standard, that probably would have been a yellow card. Nine minutes to go now. Ooh, something happened in the Barca match. Oh man. So I don't know. I'll try to watch this on the side. Oh, somebody Heze getting sent off for 2 yellows. Olympiacos. Oh, Kalulu crossing in the box, blocked off, out for a throw. Oh, I guess it's because they were so soft. It doesn't show the plays, but yeah, I guess Olympiacos, the one guy got 2 really soft calls. Oh, yeah, that was soft. That is worse than this game. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is bad. Oh, Barca, speaking about bitch-ass Spanish teams, that ref should be fired as well for calling that. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, get on Twitter. I'm cross-posting that one. This is how interesting this game is right now, as I'm watching clips from the Barca game. All right. There. Cross-posted. On to X if you want to watch that embarrassment, because it really is embarrassing. Kenny, short throw this time to Chico. 3 minutes left, crossing in, doesn't drop properly, headed out. That ball long and out of bounds. What is the response? 5 minutes to go here, boys. I'm just sticking down. Dal, yeah, we talked about taking Keenan out. He looked pretty tired. He's put in a lot of minutes. I'm not completely upset. The fact of the matter is, if he's the only one that can provide a creative outlet, then there's more wrong with the team. Over science. That's why these players are so fragile. I don't know if the science itself makes them fragile. Oh, come on, Openda, David! Shoot the fucking... Come on, shoot it quicker! You gave him way too much time to come in for the block. They're playing fucking footsies with each other. Put your fucking foot through it. Come on, boys. They just let that door wide open again like it was the first 5 minutes of the game. Madrid completely forgot how to defend, and where they were just passing it back and forth, waiting for them to fucking get in our way. Monopenda. Fucking... Ugh. Jesus. You gotta be quicker on that. Oh, come the fuck on, Brahim. You fucking little slut of a bitch. Get the fuck off your ass, and if you want to sit on it, you can get the fuck off the pitch and sit down like the little fucking cunt-ass bitch that you are. My fucking lord. Just fucking time wasted. I mean, like, you're Real Madrid. You really need to time waste against this flopping ass Juve? Is that how much of a fucking cunt that you are? Get the fuck up. And he hurt himself. He hurt himself from blocking a ball. The ball is soft. Fuck me. Embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing. That was Asensio, by the way. It's not fucking thought it was Brahim. Maybe that makes me racist. All the Spaniards look the same. Oh, fuck. Just gonna like take your time limping off? You're not even hurt, dude. You fell on your fat ass. You're fine. You're rating because I'm watching a bunch of fembots fucking flop around like little cunts that they are. They are making the plane. Gonzalo for Asensio. What a fucking meal. Don't cheer him off the fucking pitch. You're encouraging him. Don't encourage this behavior. Your whole country is the problem, clearly, or at least the city of Madrid. You cheer a guy for fucking falling on his ass, hurting himself, and having to come off because he blocked a ball? Come the fuck on. Fucking embarrassing. Every time these Spanish teams beat us in just the queerest way, and I don't want to try to make fun of it. It's just like in like queer, like it's odd and awkward and fucked up, kind of like the original meaning of the word, you know? Don't get all woke on me now because I use that word. Somebody tried that once. It has multiple meanings. So fuck off. Yeah, Primo. Primo's the most offended one out of everyone. If anyone of our listeners is a massive bitch, it's definitely Primo's like the head fembot. Joking, of course. You don't know. Primo is definitely not that. I mean, speaking of which, you can check out his own podcast at Primo Calcio, and he's also on the Forza Juve podcast as well. So more content for you to consume. Oh man, now he's just gonna troll. Oh, Courtois, that was relatively easy stop, and I mean, no threat, but bummed the ball a little bit. He did that a bit tonight. See how much added on we get now. I kind of knew I was setting myself up for a bit of disappointment. I just thought the disappointment would be from like really well played football from Madrid side and embarrass us, but really it's I'm infuriated from all the femboyism from once again the Spanish team, and that's fresh off watching that Barcelona femboyism. These 50-50 balls. Bellingham turns this back the other way. Mbappe right on to Di Gregorio. 5 minutes added on. Lord shit the bed in the UCL Kelly. Oh man, you guys are rough. The whole team lack of effort. I mean, Kelly's not great by any means, but oh, what's this? Carreras is on the ground. What did he do? Fucking step over air? Asensio has an ice pack on the back of his leg. I mean, still, that was no excuse to lay there for fucking 5 minutes. You still have one good leg. Hobble the fuck off, you fucking bitch. And the fact we only got 5 minutes extra time, like Asensio ate up 5 minutes just fucking leaking out pussy juice. Yeah, pretty well. I'm not saying Kelly's great or anything. It's just he's not solely to blame in this situation. Yep. Sure. Oh, there's another Madrid player flopping. That's the most exciting part of the game is watching players flop. Got D coming up. I got my Ellen, my puppy here as well. Just joining me in. Unfortunately, can't see because my camera's shit. You would sell 99% of this team. Like, well, who would you keep then? Solio? Or does his contract expire? Rugani getting a contract at 28, though. That's, I mean, decent. People are complaining, oh, well, Yield is, how come these guys don't have contract? I mean, Rugani's easy. He's cheap. Not asking for much. Don't get upset that he got a contract for some other players. He's been with us over 10 years. He's been with us for a long time. He's the only guy on this team that's actually won shit. Other than that one Copa a couple years back with Max, but like has actually won things. Hostage actually puts a decent one on. From outside the box. Good attempt. Right, back out defending. Here's another cross. Doesn't make it through. Dogs on alert. Going on. They probably want to go out and take a piss. Don't blame them. I've been sitting here for 2 hours listening to me bitch and moan about all the Spanish femboys. So yeah, I can see why she's done with this shit too. Still got the old man. He's too old and tired to leave. And Valverde charging down with lots of space. And I just don't know how they managed to fuck that up, to be quite honest. Like just again, just shoot the ball. And that's it. It's over. It's over. 1-0. The scoreline is not what pissed me off today, guys. Yeah, Locatelli. Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna ignore that, but yeah, he just kind of fell to his knees trying to stop the ball, and that was it. Yeah, I mean, that was it. Let's get the fought mob up. Let's do a bit of a post game here. Look at all the lopsided numbers. Penda is not a footballer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. There's something going on with him at Juve though. Charlie Brown and Juventus, it matches the football. Oh, yeah, okay. The other football, the American football. Okay, sorry, took me a second. All right, man, the numbers. all in the greens there for Madrid with Bellingham 8.6 man of the match. Probably accurate. Only greens on Juve is Di Gregorio. Yeah, 8.2. I would agree. Man of the match on Juve's side for sure. Kept us in that game. Gatti 7-3. He did make a couple last ditch efforts as well. He had an alright game. Kalulu, I thought did a bit better than a 6. He's just too fucking slow, man, for that role. If we had, even if Joao Mario made a he's less skill but has more pace. Who knows how that would have played out? Coop 6-1. He should have got a just a 1. Thuram 6.7. Cambiel 6.4. Yola 6-1. Kenny 6.6. Vlahovic 6. It's not. Just they showed up. They showed up, and that was about it. Let us then look at the momentum. Oh, we got a little bit more. It didn't feel like it, though. It felt like we had more momentum in the first. We actually did a little bit more with it, as opposed to the second. Maybe I just stopped caring. I don't know. Or maybe they just count the ball when Brahim Diaz was on the ground crying like a little bitch. They count that for momentum in our favor. But generally speaking, yes, Madrid kept the control of this game. Possession 66%, so Juve gets a few points back in that second half. XG 2.81. That's where Di Gregorio gets the rating he does. To a 0.59. 28 shots to 13. Shots on target 10-4. Big chances 2-1. Big chances missed 1 apiece. Accurate passes 561 at 91%. 253, less than half at 81%. Fouls 10-18, corners 13-7. Feels so bad for Kalulu. He's an intelligent player and takes up the right positions, but he's just not capable. Tudor is killing him. Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting it. He is a smart player for the most part. He has made his mistakes. I'm not going to take that away. But today, he was one of the better looking players. But yeah, he's asked to do a role that he's not necessarily your number one option for, especially against a high pressing, high speed team like Madrid. Primo thinks he's dumb as fuck. I think overall, hard to say. He's definitely had his moments, both positive and negative. Today, I say he was overall more positive. But he was forced to play more offensively, which is not his strong suit, which I blame on Tudor. Players out of position. That's the theme. Use the R word. Oh God, you're so wrong. Like when you hate somebody, you hate somebody. Wes is freaking, and see, Primo likes Wes, so you guys are just gonna fight about this. Wes is freaking horrible too. He has the pass accuracy of a blindfolded linebacker after 48 beers. Yeah, but are those shitty like Bud Light, American light beers? Because that doesn't get you drunk. That just makes you piss and get real fat. Listen, it's okay for a player to have holes in their game if they're supported by somebody else that can compensate. And that's what this team lacks, is it's not a fully formed team. And could be the lineup, could be the tactics, but whatever the reason may be, the team composition is not there to cover for people's weaknesses. Molson exports at least a 5% beer, though, Anthony, man. Like, that will at least get you a buzz on. Or that's your point. You're saying like an actual full strength beer. Yeah. Molson expert, man. You wish you had Louise. Oh God. Everyone's got their favorites. Yeah, pretty well. That's right. McKennie runs hard, but has limited talent. And he can play pretty much anywhere. He's a depth piece. I like his attitude. But yeah, lacks a lot of skill. Coop is completely useless. Yes, Thuram is big and dumb. You kind of need that big and dumb guy. But again, you need to couple that up. Oh man. So many holes to talk about. Yeah, the chat now. You're all just trashing individual players who are taking sides. I'll let you fight that out. You know where I stand. I'm pretty candid, I think, with how I feel about each individual player. We're gonna have to talk about this, I think, more in depth in a focused form. You know, there's a lot to digest. It's been a funny week because it hasn't been a full out news week. Having a midweek game, Champions League, obviously that takes a lot of the spotlight. But there's just so much news around Tudor as well at the very moment. The test is apparently supposed to go or be determined, I guess, by management on the Derby. So, yeah, where's my matches? Let's look at fixtures. Here we go. So we now lost 2 in a row. There goes our undefeated. Yeah, Torino. They're talking about Torino. Okay, so that's the international break. That makes sense. He has essentially until the international break, unless he just completely loses everything at this point, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more matches. A little bit. So yeah, we'll talk about Tudor in kind of his own dedicated video, because I feel there's just going to be more news coming hot after this one. I want to see what he says in the press release as well, because I have not been happy with his responses. He's making excuses. Anthony's saying he's gone if he loses to Lazio. I'm just going off what's reported, right? What's reality and what's reported can very clearly be different. We need a practical minded coach. He's not cutting it. Let's throw the dice with Palladino. It should have. Man, fucking, I hate saying this. I didn't want to go for Palladino. I think he did need more time, but I think barring like Mancini is not an 100% option, and it's an expensive one. You have these links with Terzic. I don't know if that's the solution. I'm going to wait for German Dave as well. Obviously, being a Dortmund coach, German Dave just will have a lot more insight on that, but it's not a name that gets me excited by in any means. And we're at the point now where we've run out of options. None of the options should get anybody excited at this point. Conte clearly not on the option list right now. So you have Palladino. Apparently you have this Terzic guy that is an option as well as Mancini. Apparently there's a Spalletti. You see what I'm saying? I throw out these names and I kind of hesitate as I say them, and I'm just like, bah. I like Palladino, and his style would suit us well, but once again, we're throwing him into inferno of garbage if you hire him now. Yeah. We need Xavi, give him a blank check. Yeah, we don't have blank checks. Those are all watched by UEFA and the shareholders, so yeah, Palladino doesn't change anything. Palladino, you have to build a project around. Mancini any day. I don't think it's that easy. He's the most accomplished, but he's a bit of a dinosaur. Old tactics, expensive. It's not perfect. Here's the thing as well. Contract. Palladino is willing to come in and do the partial year. Whereas Spalletti and Mancini want 1.5 years. They want the rest of this year plus one. Yeah, Anthony has got it right. Mancini and Spalletti are coaches that can steady a ship. Palladino is a coach you need a project with. Palladino is the right man at the wrong time. Yes, but going back to that contract situation, right? Kind of, I don't want a caretaker plus that we got with Tudor. Nothing is right. Nothing is going to be right. Spalletti might got instant success, but he always falls off. Yeah. I need to sleep on it, I think. Really just mull this over in my head. It's not an easy choice. And I'm not saying, oh, this has got to be that, this, that, the other. You know, like, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer in this situation. And we won't know right or wrong until it actually does happen. Frustrating. Yeah, Palladino can't be thrown in the fire like this right now. Goes back to the contract situation. Is the only one willing to take a partial year at the moment. So, you know, no matter how much I kind of want to steer the conversation away from Tudor, that's clearly where this conversation, it always goes back to this, right? How about we get Palladino and fuck the season and start a project with them? I would love to start an actual project. I don't want to spend any more money. Watch the financial report video, came out on Monday. You'll know why. And the final draft should be coming out in November. So there will be a follow-up video. But anyways, guys, let's look into the future. A little bit uncertain when we're going to do our next show. Because, well, Dave got sick. We were going to continue on this afternoon and do a full post game. We're not going to, yeah, I mean, we're going to do this another day. It might be Friday. I can't do it tomorrow. That's the thing. We usually do Thursday with Wednesdays or backup. Obviously, today's Wednesday. We're doing this. Yeah, so Thursday, unfortunately, isn't going to work. So I might do, and I can't do a lunchtime live this Friday, but I might be able to do something a couple hours later. Still European friendly. So if I can't do that, an early afternoon one on Friday, I might push it to Friday night or even a Saturday show, but we will do a Juve Essentials. We will talk about Tudor. And then, of course, yeah, this weekend's game against Lazio. And any other news? Is there any other news that's out there with Juve at the moment? I guess Rugani. Yeah, we covered Rugani. We'll cover the news. Anyways, you know, I'll make sure to catch up on all of it. Didn't even want Bonucci playing for Juve, never mind as a coach. So yeah, time's changing in Europe, this weekend. So it's going to be 3:45 p.m. Eastern time start on Sunday afternoon, the prime time slot. So an hour later, because we changed, I think, November 2nd. We're off by a week. And the news is we still suck ass. Yeah. Can't make a whole show about that, though, right? Gotta spice it up with some detail. So yeah. Anyways, guys, stay tuned. Friday, Saturday, whenever it's going to be, we're going to do a Juve Central show. Get through the news, do the pregame on Lazio, all that jazz. Hopefully, German Dave recovers. And yeah, Dash. I mean, we see him when we see him, he keeps busy. Hopefully. And then Friday night's the start of the World Series. I care. Days are in, baby. Oh, yes. Achu. Who is Kate Achu? What do you? Maybe that one went over my head. I don't know what you're saying. Our best hope is we find a way to finish top 4 and Maresca gets fired from Chelsea. You're asking for a lot there, maybe. And Dal says just keep Tudor. That is an option. That is not necessarily a great thing. I don't know. This is honestly like I'm just here. I'm just as confused as the rest of you. So you know how this goes down. We had a bad game. I don't know where we're going. The future is a complete mess. I need to go walk the dogs. Most importantly, I need to take that little puppy out before he pisses all over my floor. So yeah, it's not even 3 months old. You know, small bladders. So yeah, that's that. I was hoping we would hit 6,900 just to be a dirty old man, but we're at 6,896 today. I don't know what's going on with that because they gotta all be bots. I don't know because nobody actually like subscribes or posts or anything. But whatever, I'll take it. It makes me feel good about myself. Yeah. All right, guys. I suppose then on that note, do like and subscribe. Follow us on all platforms. That is going to be now on YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, and Kick. Got them everywhere now. If there's anything else I'm missing on, let me know. On that note, thank you everyone for tuning in, new and old alike. Good to, of course, always have my regulars, but we welcome in everyone, and thank you for keeping me company on this, at least here, cool, dreary, rainy, not so great afternoon. So, see you in a couple days. Thank you once again. Please do like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.